Life is pretty interesting. Have you ever walked down a street or a populated area and thought about how every single person you see has a completely different story? It could be how they grew up, the places they've been, the people they've met, but in some way, everyone is different. I think every person's story deserves to be told, and I think my story deserves that too. Today, I'll be talking about how I became the person I am and who the person I am is. I hope you enjoy it. From the year that I was born, I was always around lots of people. Since I was 3 months old, I've been traveling the world and seeing many different ways of life. I've seen what it's like to live in the suburbs, but I've also seen what it's like to live in a little village. One thing I understood in my childhood is that I'm very grateful for what I have, and I'm very glad I learned that early in life. Some of the places I've been to are Ecuador, Panama, Vietnam, Cambodia, Belize, and many others. When I traveled, it was usually with 4 adult women. The reason for this was because my mom was a teacher, and all her teacher friends would usually travel with us. I think this is something that helped me mature a little early, and helped me be able to understand serious matters at a young age. Overall, I would say my childhood helped me form the person I am today. When I first went into middle school, things changed a little bit. I went to a school that wasn't anywhere near where I last went, so I knew that I wouldn't know anyone. After the first year or two, I had a group of friends that I was pretty comfortable with. I'd say that middle school was my first experience with making lots of new friends. Also in middle school, I think I realized a little bit more about myself. Always being around adults, I never really got to make my own decisions. But when I started making those decisions, it really helped me personally. I did things like find hobbies, join band class, and started to meet lots of people that I'd be friends with for a long time. By the time I finished middle school, I had a pretty stable group of friends. I was in a good place and nothing really bad was happening. I'd say that overall, I had a pretty good middle school experience. When I started high school, I wasn't really that nervous. I knew I had friends that were going to my school, so I didn't really have much to worry about. My freshman year went by pretty fast. Most of it was just me getting used to a bigger school and being around bigger kids all the time. My sophomore year felt a little bit more interactive. That was the year I met a lot of new friends and got really comfortable with my school. But then COVID hit. When COVID started, there wasn't much to think of it, so I didn't really get that nervous. We left school for 2 weeks and I was pretty excited to get some free time off. But then those 2 weeks somehow turned into months and now a year. During these past 12 months, I've been trying to find some things that can keep me entertained. I've started streaming, going on bike rides to places I've never been, grinding video games to become better than all my other friends, and watching a lot of videos on how to put a little bit more energy into your everyday life. I found a lot of sayings, but some of them struck me in a particular way that inspired me. One of them is do what excites, meaning go out of your comfort zone and do things that you wouldn't usually do. Because at the end of the day, you'll be happier than you did something instead of sitting on your phone all day. I hope you enjoyed.